Okay. Lynella, how many we have on now? And I'm just going
We have 58 in the attendee mode. We have 57 on your panelists. And
okay.
officers.
Okay, perfect. Well, it is 3:01, and I am going to start because I know I'm taking precious time from your Sunday afternoon. And I just want to thank you so much for joining us today. This session is open up to the entire membership, and I'm sure as we go along, folks are going to be logging on. This meeting is about 90 minutes. We have a lot to cover, a lot of good information, but here we are, girlfriends. In 72 hours, we will begin our 86 National Conclave events, and I am so, so excited. And I just want to take a moment before I go into the agenda and some other items is to thank girlfriend Courtney Moore and her fabulous, fabulous virtual conclave committee. They have been tirelessly working with me, looking at the smallest detail to make sure that your experience is going to be a memorable and fabulous experience. I also would like to take time out to thank my wonderful delegates. Hey, they're my diehards. They have been on at least 3 sessions to make sure that their comfort zone is up and ready for the roles and responsibilities that they have as delegates on Friday. And I want to thank you so much for your diligence in making sure that your role as a delegate runs smoothly. For the agenda for Conclave 2021, and girlfriend Lynella, if you can just put that first slide up for me.
Sure.
Once again, we're doing a virtual meeting, and to make sure that we don't have a 8-hour day, we have made some adjustments, as you know, and I just want to highlight those. For our 86th National Conclave, we are asking all of our delegates to arrive at 11:30. This is delegates only, and it only focus on them coming in at 11:30 to get ready. During that time period, to save time, we are going to do the first roll call at 11:45. And then what will happen is once we become live at 12:30 and I do my call to order, then girlfriend Cindy Carter will share with the audience that the roll call has already been taken and all 48 chapters are accounted for. For everyone else who is not a delegate, your ability to gain access to the meeting will be at 12:15 p.m., not earlier. And we will allow 15 minutes for everyone to come in who plans to attend. You will hear from Evincibles, our vendor, and she's going to talk about this new format that we're using this time. I always say, looking for that new thing, taking us to the next level. So we're going to do a live streaming as well as have a gallery view, interactive view with the delegates and the conclave speakers. And Michelle will talk about that environment. And I love her analogy. She said it's like the newscaster in the studio giving the news, and we're at home watching it on television. So this is an exciting new period for our organization. One of the other things that we're doing to cut down on time, there will be no National Executive Conclave reports given during our Friday business meeting. We're going to give our reports the previous day on Wednesday with the National Executive Board and Advisory Board meeting that will take place. The only report that you will hear that will come from the National Executive Board is the civic report. And that's going to be done by our National Vice President, girlfriend, Mary Mazer. Another thing that we're doing to cut down time is to not read the voting guidelines, the electronic voting guidelines. You've had those now for a month. The delegates have gone over them. They've had their own special copy, as well as they have received their binders. So we're not reading the guidelines. We're not reading the standing rules. All those rules have been sent out to you a month ago, and the delegates have gone over it with our national parliamentarian. Girlfriend Benita Shobe, who is our National Advisory Board chair, which she will not be reading the bylaws. You've received the bylaws. These bylaws are proposed, and they will be read and voted on in our 2022 conclave. Because we have a 5-hour meeting, we built some breaks in there, a 30-minute lunch. So prepare ahead of time. Kind of know if you're going to have that Caesar salad to the side, that when we break at, let's say, 2 o'clock, you know that it's already there and ready to have. Also, we're going to have a 10-minute break and a 2-minute break. And that 2-minute break is going to be a stretch break. And apparently, I see a little typo there, but we know it's stretch. I'm going to elongate it. And lastly, the memorial service videotape will be available on Saturday, the 29th. And a girlfriend, Annette Endevere, will give us an update on what to expect with that video. Okay. Next slide. You have received a lot of information from me, but please, this announcement that I sent out to you, please read it over. Why? Because it will tell you when the link email date is, what that link will access to, and what's the date of the event, and who is going to send it. So you'll see here for the open house, for the Thursday night event, for the Friday business meeting, they will all come from Evincibles. So keep a lookout on that, and they will be sent after 12 noon Eastern Standard Time. Not exactly at 12 noon, so don't be at your laptop or your workstation at 12:01. It will be after 12. So we just want to make sure you know that it's not going to be sent in the morning. And the link for the own exclusive event, as well as the link for the conclave speakers and candidates, will be sent out by me. And please review these dates. One, when they're going to be sent out. So for open house on Monday the 24th, you're going to get the link for the open house for our platform. What's the date of our open house? It's Tuesday, May 25th, and that's from 5 to 8 p.m. And who's going to send it to you? Evincibles. And just to keep in mind that the email that this will be sent to is the email that you use to register. So the same email that you use to register is the email that will be used to send your links. Okay. So with that in mind, I know everyone is excited to see what this platform looks like and some of the little nuances of it. And so I am so pleased to have Michelle Wilker from Invincibles with her lovely palm trees in the background. Thank you, thank you, thank you. To give us about a 20-minute overview of the platform and about 10 minutes of questions. Okay, Michelle?
Girlfriend Margaret, before Michelle starts, just to clarify where the memorial service tape will be, it's going to be on the platform itself that you'll have for Thursday and Friday. So I think I got a couple questions around that.
Girlfriend Margaret, before Michelle starts, this is Cherie. There's a question in the chat regarding the emails that you just referenced. Will those emails be sent from you or Invincibles directly to the girlfriends, or will the delegates or chapter presidents have to forward them?
It will go directly to the email ID that they use to register for Conclave. So they're going to get an individual email. There will be no one distributing this to you. It'll come to you directly.
All right.
Any other questions? Okay.
Yeah, there was a question for girlfriend Lynella from girlfriend Anne-Marie Watkins. Did you see that one?
I did not.
It's related to her laptop switching it over at this time. I'm not sure how to answer that. So. She says, can I switch to my laptop now? I am home and get in. So I'm assuming she can get into the meeting.
Sure.
Okay. Thank you. There are no.
Tell her to ping me when she's in, because there's like 100 people over here. So I'll need to go in and promote her.
Thank you.
Okay. If there are no other questions, Michelle, do you need to be in share video mode?
Can you not see me?
Yes, I do see you, but I didn't know.
Oh, okay. And I'm grateful that,
like that.
yes, I'm glad that Lynella made that announcement, because I was talking away and I was on mute. So that let me know. I was like, oh, nobody can hear me. So that was a good thing.
Okay, so, and I'm letting you share your screen now.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. All right, so again, since I was talking to myself, apparently, good afternoon, everyone. Again, my name is Michelle Wilker. I'm with Invincibles, and we are thrilled to share with you the virtual event platform that you're going to be using to attend this year's virtual national conclave. I'm sure that everyone is hoping this will be your last virtual national conclave and that you're going to be back in person next year. But for now, we're going to have the best time we can on the platform. I'm going to go over some key things with you, and then I'll share some things at the end, and we'll have Q&A as needed. The first thing is that you will receive an email that will give you the link to the platform, which is right here in the window, gf86.invincibles.live. That will be hyperlinked, and then click here. We will also put the actual link in the email. When you click on that link, you need to make sure that you're using Microsoft Edge, Google Chrome, or Mozilla Firefox. If you are using Safari, especially those that are on a Mac, Safari is not supported. It's not to say that you might not get in here. You may get in here using Safari, but Safari can do some quirky things with the site. So we don't support that browser. But one of those other three, Microsoft Edge, Google Chrome, or Mozilla Firefox will work. Again, as Margaret said, you'll want to enter the email address that you used when you registered for the event, the one that you entered into the system when you registered for the event. You're going to type that here in the enter email box. Oops, make sure I put an X on. Okay, this can happen sometimes, and it happens for a couple of reasons. We just talked about this a little bit with the delegates. This unable to verify CAPTCHA could mean that you were on the platform originally and you didn't log off, or maybe someone has your email address and they tried to log on, and this does not allow for concurrent logins. So if I log in again and somebody's on this ID, it's going to knock them off. Okay, so that's important to know that we don't allow concurrent logins for the system. Okay. So if somebody was on as the attendee 4, they just got knocked out the system. You're going to be on the exterior of the building. You'll see this rotating GF. Now, while this might be really neat to look at, we don't want you to stay here. We want you to come inside to the building to enjoy the event. So you're going to click on the doors, the banner, the tree, the grass, click on anything on that screen, and it will bring you inside to the platform. The first thing that's going to pop up the first time that you sign on to the platform, you're going to see a chat box that comes up here. And it's going to say, we'd like to notify you of things that are happening on this platform. Basically, do you agree? And we want you to select yes, so that while you're on the platform, if somebody wants to chat with you, if we need to send a push notification about updates to the event, you'll be able to receive those. Those notifications are just on the platform. It's nothing going to your cell phone or to your email, okay? You'll see various doors in the lobby. You'll see a lot of different things in the lobby. We have some digital signage here for our sponsors. I'm not going to spoil the surprise, but you'll definitely want to click here to watch a welcome video from National President Margaret Gaines Clark. You'll see 3 doors here that we'll go into in just a minute, but one of the most important places is this GF desk, girlfriend desk. If you are experiencing any technical issues, if you are not sure where you're supposed to be, if you're not sure what room you're supposed to be in, if you're not sure what vendor booth you want to go to, you can always come here and click on the support button. It will bring up our chat box. We're able to chat with you. You can type in your question. We'll be sure to get a representative to answer that question for you as soon as possible. One other note about the chat box. When I click on this chat box, there's a comic balloon here. When I click on it, it opens up my chat box. I can search for people that are attending this event by clicking on the users button and typing their name in here. But when I'm done chatting, I just want to go down here to this round button and click on the arrow, okay? And it will close it. This info desk will also have important information regarding the attendee guide. The attendee guide is meant to assist you with navigating on the platform. We'll get that uploaded tonight so that you'll be able to download that as you need to. There's also our frequently asked questions list of things here that you can check to see if there's any information. You'll also see directional signage. So when you click on these buttons, they will take you into the room that you want to go to. So if I want to go into the auditorium, I click there and it took me into the auditorium. I can also get to the auditorium or any of these rooms by entering one of these doors. If you are going to be joining us, for those who registered for the Thursday night event, you're going to be going into this entertainment hall on Thursday. You're also going to see a button in this bottom center menu bar here that says entertainment room. I can click on either one of these to go into the room that I want. Okay, so I'm going to go through the door and I'm going to be brought into this entertainment space. When I'm ready to join, I'm just going to click here to join on the Thursday night jam, and I'm going to see some amazing talent and have some fun on that Thursday evening. Now, I'm in this room. I want to get out of here. Where's the door? You could, again, can look at your menu bar to go to any of these rooms. This lobby button is probably going to be your best friend because this will always bring you back to home base where you can see everything. Okay. On Friday, you're going to be attending your meetings in the auditorium. Again, there's an auditorium here, and there's also one listed in the menu bar. You can get to it either way. I'm going to go this time from the auditorium button. When I am here, this is going back to the example that Margaret shared with the newscast. The delegates will click here, and so will all of the members. Everybody's going to click on the same screen. But if I am a non-voting member or not a delegate, I'm going to be streamed to, or I'm going to be able to see a broadcast, okay? The delegates are going to go to the Zoom, which is the news desk, okay? So they'll be presenting from the news desk to you at home, and you'll be watching that via a stream. So just click on this button. You're going to see a screen that pops up, and then you're going to be able to join once something is live. There's one other place where you can join these events. If you go to your schedule tab, you're going to see the schedule by date. So I scheduled this today on Sunday so I could show you this. For the navigating the virtual platform, if this was a meeting I was attending in the platform, I would just click on this join this session button, okay? And it's telling me that it's ongoing. So I can also go to my schedule. If I didn't want to go through the door, if I didn't want to go to the menu bar at the bottom, I can go to my schedule and see my events, okay? So I'll just highlight a couple of things. We have Thursday, a financial advisory forum by our sponsor, Morgan Stanley. That's going to be in the auditorium. You're also going to have a vendor welcome on Thursday as well at 3 o'clock. And then your pre-conclave kickoff activities, for an example, will be here. So you'll be able to see all of your scheduled events in the schedule, okay? So there are multiple ways that you'll be able to join into the sessions. Another thing that will be a big hit, I'm sure, will be the expo hall, where you're going to find all of your vendors and your sponsors. So you're able to, to be fair, I'm going to click on the Girlfriends Good Neighbor versus corner, which I watched all of these videos and I loved every single one of them, and you're going to want to watch them as well. You're going to have 4 buttons here. There's going to be a description tab that just tells you what the booth is about. If there are videos uploaded, you can click on this button and you're going to see all of these videos that are loaded here. You'll be able to watch them by clicking on the view now. There are no resources in this booth, but if there were any PDFs or documents, they would be listed here. And then this tell me more. This will allow you to enter your information. You're not entering the information, but if you say, yes, I want to be contacted by the booth owner, that person will receive your email address and your your email address and your name, excuse me. The only reason why I'm not clicking on this right now is because we're doing a little bit more of a refresh and it's not set the way that oh, yay, they did set it. So you're going to hit this and it's going to say, I would like to learn more. Sure, go ahead, or maybe later. If I say, sure, go ahead, it's going to give you a message. You go, girlfriend. Great choice. If you say maybe later, it'll say, no worries. Maybe we'll see you next time. Okay, so that is how that will look. If you want to get back to the expo hall, you see these 4 buttons at the bottom. If you click on this arrow here to the left, it's going to bring back your menu bar. Okay, we got into the expo hall by walking through the expo hall door. But if I wanted to see a list of all of the vendors that are here, I can do that from this directory. So if I want to go see a vendor, or if I want to go visit another sponsor, I just click on that from the directory. It's going to take me directly into that sponsor booth. Okay. So again, there's multiple ways for you to access different areas on the platform. That might be helpful if you're in the lobby and you want to go in the expo hall, but you want to just hit a specific vendor or a specific sponsor. You can again here, go to the expo hall button at the bottom, click on booth directory, and it's going to show you everyone that's here. And I'm able to click on that and it's going to take me directly into the booth. So I bypass the door and I bypass the floor so I can go directly to where I want to go. Okay. For those who have resources loaded, you're going to be able to view those now from their booth. Okay, so it's going to bring this up in a PDF format. You're going to be able to zoom into this if you want to read this here. You can also download it directly to your PC. But as you would maybe in an in-person event, you're passing a table and you're like, I want to look at this later. I don't want to look at this right now. I can always add this to my swag bag. When I click on swag bag, it's going to turn from a plus to a minus. That will let you know that you've already added something to your swag bag. I can go to my swag bag and I can see any of the documents and resources that I've collected during my time on the platform. I would then be able to email these documents to myself, or I can view them as I would like. Everyone's swag bag will be pre-populated with the souvenir journal. So there's no need for you to go search for where the journal will be. It will already be in your swag bag when you log onto the platform. The library will hold all of the documents that are in all of the booths. So this is, for the most part, like an index, okay? This swag bag tells me I've already added this item to my swag bag. If I don't want that item there anymore, I just click that red button back to green and it's been removed from my swag bag. So again, if you don't remember what booth you saw a document, or you don't want to go back and visit the specific booth, although there are points for doing that, you can come back to this library and see all the documents that have been uploaded to the platform. Last but not least, and I know this will come up a little bit later, if you were in the platform, you might start to see things that don't look like they really belong. There's some champagne glasses that are sitting on top of this group of flowers. When I was in the auditorium, that was an odd thing. I think that's a hat, right? Those are actually part of your treasure hunt. So you're able to click on these items and there are points associated with these items. All of these points get added up on the leaderboard, okay? There will be a list here of all the things that you can do to earn points while you're in the platform, whether that's visiting a booth, going to a business session, watching a video, downloading a resource. You get points for doing certain things on the platform. And those who get the top points will receive a prize. So you can see on the scoreboard how you're doing. This gets to be really competitive. People start to strategize and figure out where they should be on the platform and how do I get the most points. So it's just another way to have engagement in the platform. The last thing I'll show you, and we won't do this right now because it's not active and it won't be active until Thursday. You'll have a photo booth here. We'll provide instructions on how to use this photo booth, but it's really simple. You'll click on the photo booth. It will walk you through the steps. So you'll get to take a picture or upload a picture. You can pick a frame, you can pick a sticker. If another girlfriend has allowed her image to be used, you can put her in the picture with you as if you were together. So we'll walk you through each one of those steps. You can do a photo, a boomerang, or a GIF, and that will make more sense when you see it. There will be a gallery of all the photos that are taken during the platform. Since we can't see each other physically, we can still stay connected by watching and looking at our photo gallery and knowing who's here with us. Again, that will be active on Thursday and it will remain active until Saturday or until the limit is hit. Okay. I think I've gone through everything in the platform, but I'm happy to answer any questions. It should be a wonderful event. I'm going to just bring up my PowerPoint to say a couple of more things here. If you need some assistance, right? We are having an open house, which is a great time for you to test your login. If you need assistance, you'll want to send an email to support@evincibles.com, okay? You will also be receiving this information in an email, so you'll know where to send your questions regarding accessing this platform. One thing that will really help us and help you get back on the platform and have your issues resolved as soon as possible, give us as much information as you possibly can. If you just say it doesn't work, it's going to take a little bit longer for us to resolve what your issue is. We will provide first level troubleshooting. We can't do in-depth troubleshooting on a device because we have possibly 1,000 different machines that have different configurations, but we will do our best to assist you in getting onto the platform. Again, I just mentioned the virtual open house that will happen on Tuesday, May 25th. That will be from 5 p.m. until 8 p.m. You will receive the link and you will also receive instructions on how to access the platform. One of the things you'll want to make sure that you keep by your side will be this attendee guide. You'll be receiving that tomorrow in email. It's just a quick way to show you everything that I basically just showed you in this video, but we'll have it printed or you can have it on your screen so that you can reference it whenever needed. Okay, I think that is it for me. We're looking forward to having all of you on the virtual platform and we hope that you enjoy your experience.
Thank you so very much, Michelle. Stick around a little bit longer because I know we had a couple of questions in the chat. I just saw the numbers changing. I did not read them. Girlfriend Cherie, if you can share with us a couple of questions for Michelle, from our girlfriends.
Yes, the first question I see is, can you review the photo booth again?
Yes, well, I will talk about the photo booth. Let me show you where it is. The reason why I'm not activating it is because it's not active until the day that the event starts, but let me share my screen again. Okay, So, and I'll click on it to show you how it's not active right now. If I click on this photo booth, this is a clickable photo booth. I've had some attendees that said, I just thought that was in there just, you know, as a look. This is an actual photo booth. So when you click on it, when this is active, you're going to see a set of instructions that walk you through how to take your picture. This capture button is already here, right? So you're going to want to start with capturing your photo, whether you upload a selfie or you take a new photo, and it will walk you through step by step on how to pick a frame if you want. It'll say, would you like to select any stickers? And you can place them with your mouse. You can move the stickers around anywhere on your photo. And then when you're ready and you say approve, it will say, great, I'm going to add you to the gallery. So once this becomes active, we'll make sure when we send out the email that we give you step-by-step instructions on how to use this. And we'll go ahead and load up a couple of photos so that you can see how it looks as well. But again, you want to get to it from the lobby by clicking on that photo booth. This is a real photo booth.
And I should also highlight, there is a cap, so we will not be taking 5,000 photos. We have put a cap on it, so make sure you get a wonderful photo or photo with all your girlfriends. And, you know, once we reach our cap, which is 1,000, then it will no longer be activated. So just to let you know.
Yes.
Girlfriend Cherie, I saw the little red button chat go off again.
Yes, I'm trying to navigate through it. There's every time I look at it, the screen shifts, so I have to figure out where we left off.
So as you're looking,
question from girlfriend and Adrian Hines about how long the platform remains accessible. Will it be accessible for 24 hours, specifically for the Good Neighbor? When and how long can girlfriends enter and view? So they want to know how long the platform will be available.
Yes. So you'll have access to this platform for 30 days. So for 30 days, the vendor booths will remain active. All of the sponsor booths will remain active, as well as the Good Neighbor booth. So you'll have 30 days to come back into the platform to take a look around and look at things. Yeah. Hopefully that answers the question.
And that goes for our accessibility to our vendors will also be the 30.
Thank you.
So girlfriends, you can go back in and out and shop. It's going to be fabulous. I think girlfriend Adrian, I saw something pop up early on. You had a question about a resource for the Good Neighbor.
Oh, yes, that will be coming. We have there will be a PDF on that site that Michelle mentioned, but there will be a separate email coming to all the girlfriends who registered Thursday night.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Thank you.
And after the conclave, we're going to be adding the videos, the Good Neighbor videos to our website. So
Yes, absolutely.
They are fun.
Girlfriend Cherie,
Yes.
any other
There is
questions?
a question about the hard copy. Will we receive hard copies of the Conclave Journal?
No, you will not. Let me take that back. Unless you're going to copy it yourself, yes, you will have a hard copy. But from National, it will be only a digital version. And I want to give a big shout out to girlfriend Marilyn Holmes, who has worked very diligently with the principals, and it is looking awesome. And I had a chance to look at some of the drafts, and I love the ads that our girlfriends and our chapter members and chapter groups have pulled together. So it will be visible on the platform. And when the platform is down, we are going to post it on our girlfriend's website, and it will be in our members only section.
One other question I see, if girlfriends are gathering in a group, would it be advisable to each girlfriend to have their own device versus sharing the conclave on one big screen?
Okay.
Michelle, I'll let you answer that.
Yes. So if we have registered girlfriends that are getting together and watching it together as a party. Especially on Thursday night, you need to watch it from one screen is what I would advise. You do not want to have multiple devices logged into this platform. That would not be good because it's not going to be able to sync. So it would be advisable for you to watch it from one device.
Okay. Any other questions, girlfriend Cherie?
I'm reading, there's some comments, but I don't see, oh. I think there was the question about the limits of number of photos to submit to photo booth. That's already been addressed.
Yes. Oh, I think we've started something.
About accessing all the videos and PDFs for several weeks, and that's 30 days. Is that correct?
That's
Yes,
correct.
that's correct. And I will say this about the photo booth as well. If you don't like your picture, don't submit it. It will let you go back. If you say, that wasn't the best picture,
Okay.
it will let you go back and redo your picture, and that does not go against your count. So don't take a picture, post it, and say, I wish I had my eye open about 25% more, and go
Right.
back and take another one. Okay.
Oh,
so
that's
you
good.
have the chance to approve it before you actually post it.
Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. Regarding the user manual, that is going to be sent out tomorrow.
Yes, it will be sent with a link, so you'll be able to download it.
Okay, and that's going to go again, as you notice throughout our sessions, it is going to the email ID that you registered for Conclave.
That's correct.
And
There's one other question. What does the vendor welcome session consist of?
So we have highlight videos from all of our vendors. They're about a minute to 90 seconds a piece. That just gives you kind of a teaser about what they have to offer. I think there are 17 vendors. So you'll be able to see all the things that they have, exclusively for girlfriends.
there's another question. What about winning points in the scavenger hunt? Only one girlfriend is able to collect points if you're on one device. Is that correct?
That's correct. So you have to split your gift however many ways that you have people watching on your device. That is a downfall, yes. But if you try to do multiple devices in the same room, your Wi-Fi and it trying to sync multiple Zooms, if one of you is supposed to be speaking and then somebody has a Zoom going on and they're not supposed to be speaking, it's going to create a feedback loop. So we never encourage people to be on multiple devices on the platform. That's definitely not a good idea.
And this is related to our socially distant small conclave pods that I know a number of our girlfriends are doing, which I'm excited about, especially as they view the entertainment on Thursday. So that's good to know. And for all those questions that have not been asked about the leaderboard, I know that's hot and heavy on your mind. It's on our agenda. A little later on, I'm having girlfriend Courtney Moore to give everyone an update of the leaderboard, the process, just a little idea of prizes that we have in mind for you.
I was just going to add, if you have multiple devices, just shut your volume off, and that could work.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. And Michelle, if you could just hang with us maybe for, let's say, another 20 minutes, just to see if another question may come up. And then if you're on, or you can just text me and let me know that you've dropped off, then I'll know we'll ask that question later.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much. So you see, girlfriends, we're going to have a great time. And if you were like me, I was looking at where those little symbols were so I can remember when I go on to register, because I'm going to play as well. um, as you know, even though we have fun and we're excited that we have a 3-day event, we really also have to do business. And Friday for 5 hours, from 12:30 to 5:30, we will have an informative business meeting. And one of the crucial and key things that take place during that time period is the voting for our budget, for our candidates, voting on our agenda. And our delegates have been practicing the process. They're very familiar with the items that they have to vote on. They have already received information from their chapter members on who they would vote for. So now all they need to do is do it. But I wanted to spend just a little time with you so that you'll have an idea of all the things that would take place during that period of time. And if girlfriend Cherie can unmute herself, and she's just going to give us a brief overview of the voting process, and that's going to be followed by girlfriend Lynella and then girlfriend Nina.
Thank you, girlfriend Margaret. Hello, everyone from San Diego. I am the national parliamentarian and also the chair of the electronic voting committee. And I'd like to thank my committee members this year. Girlfriend Nina Jennings, you'll hear from her in a few minutes about the private voting that we will be doing electronically. And my girlfriend Vivian Tuck from my San Diego chapter, who will be helping through the process of the voting during the meeting and also during all of the trainings that we've had so far. And girlfriend Lynella Hooper Williams, who you'll hear from in a few minutes about the public voting and how we will be doing that in a polling process during the meeting electronically as well. We initially created this A committee in 2020 when we had the pandemic shut down our 85th conclave, and we were able to create guidelines both for public and private voting that will help get through the elections and voting on the other items during the business meeting. Just as we did last year, we conducted training sessions with the delegates, the alternates, the tellers, and all of the participants. And now we wanted to make sure that all of the members knew about the process that we're going to use this year, just like we did last year. The purpose of the electronic voting guidelines is to establish procedures that mirror the same type of voting process that we would do in a in-person conclave, just as we would have done and just like we've done in years past. But because we're all appearing and participating electronically, we are going to use different processes to make sure that we get the business done. This year, we're going to conduct public voting on 3 items, which are adopting the conclave agenda, the standing rules for the conclave, and then voting to approve the budget for 2021 and 2022. Those will all be done, and girlfriend Lynella will explain to you how the delegates will be casting their votes this year. In order to approve and adopt those 3 items, the majority, it's being done by a majority vote, which means 25 of 48 chapters have to agree or approve. And once we get to the second half of the agenda for the business meeting, we will be participating in the private voting. Girlfriend Nina will describe for you the process that the delegates will go through to cast their votes. This year, we're only voting on national officers. So the candidates for the national vice president, national secretary, and national chatterbox editor. So those will be done by secret ballot, and you'll hear about that in a few minutes. In order to complete the process, the tellers committee has been appointed by girlfriend Margaret. You will hear during the process of the business meeting, the tellers will accept their appointments. We will discuss how the tellers will view the private voting electronically behind the scenes. They will meet behind the scenes to verify the number of votes cast. They will verify the number of votes per candidate. And then the teller committee chair, which is girlfriend Miguel McMore, she will make a report. She will announce those numbers, and then the results will be announced. So as of right now, we have one position that is contested. That is the national secretary position. So at this point, we might have a runoff if we do not have 25 of the votes cast toward one candidate. There will be a runoff, which the delegates have already been instructed about. And that's all built into the agenda for the business meeting. As you all know, that there will be a announcement on May 27th if there are any nominations from the floor. Again, that would then affect the other two positions. Actually, will only be for the vice president. I mean, the chatterbox, not vice president. But if necessary, any additional runoffs will be done if we cannot reach a majority of 25 votes for one delegate. Again, once the teller chair makes her report, the results will be announced, and then the voting will be concluded. So at this time, I'd like to invite girlfriend Lanella to describe for you how the public voting will take place.
Good afternoon, girlfriends. Very excited to almost get to the finish line. So how the public voting will work is that we will have 3 public polls. And what I'm going to do is share some examples. I'm not going to share the actual polls with you, but we will share some examples. And so what I'd like to stress is during those polls, only the delegates should be pressing a button. We would have 48 votes, and then we would actually reveal them on the screen. And each poll will take about a minute to vote. And so if I can relaunch the poll now, and we'll do a demonstration. So the first poll is, when was the Girlfriend Organization founded? And everybody should get this right because we had this question earlier. Really? And so it'll take about, okay, so other people are voting now, but during the session, only the delegates should vote. So if we see more than 48 votes populating up here, we will have to redo the vote because the legitimate vote is 48 chapters for 48 delegates. Okay, right. So I have 74 votes up there.
And just as a reminder, alternates, you're not voting. You're not voting alternates. This is just the delegates.
Right.
Just the delegates.
Right.
And we'll remind you very frequently prior to the voting that is delegates only.
Exactly. So if we were on Friday, it would be 48 votes. Nobody else should be pressing buttons, and we would have those numbers. And so I will stop sharing, and I'm going to go, and I'm going to try to get 48 this time. So I'm going to relaunch this poll. That's the only flaw with the Zoom polling, is that, you know, we can't exclude other folks. But in this case, we only need 48 votes. So we're getting closer. I'm not sure what organization Some of people are in, but they're picking blue. So. Okay, so I've got 48, I'm getting 52 now. Only the primary delegates can vote. Okay, so I'm gonna end it. And apparently most people, 98% of us think it's emerald green and apple green, which it is. I don't know who picked blue and white, but there are no Zetas here. So that is kind of, and this would be the result, okay? So just to give you a sense of how we're going to manage the public polling during the meeting. And with that, I'm going to turn it back over to girlfriend Margaret.
Thank you. And for those girlfriends who attended the virtual conclave last year, you may recall we repeated it at least 3 times. And we started out with, I think, 200 people voting after we had repeated it twice, or 3 times, excuse me. We will not move forward in the agenda until only the delegates vote. And as girlfriend Cherie mentioned, we're voting on 3 things. It's the standing rules, the agenda, and then the budget, which all of the delegates have reviewed tirelessly in making sure that they understood what was included. So please, please, it will be mentioned again during the Friday meeting, and girlfriend Lanella, as well as girlfriend Cherie, will repeat that. And we'll wait, and like we did last year and said, oh, nope. Last year, 47 was the magic number. This year, 48 is the magic number. Thank you. Girlfriend Cherie?
Yes, and I do not see any other questions in the chat, so we're going to move on with our private voting overview with girlfriend Nina. You will?
Nina. You're on mute, Nina.
There you go. I couldn't find my button. Good afternoon, girlfriends. It's so nice to see you all. We are going to do the private voting just as we did last year. And I'm just going to give you a general overview. The delegates have already all been trained on how we will proceed. We've said we're going to use the Google Forms platform for voting. And I've set up a distribution list with delegates only. So they're the only ones who will get the ballots for these. And actually, I'm going to share my screen with you, if I can find the right tab. You
should be able
Okay.
to, at the bottom.
Yeah, I
got
got it. I just have to find the right tab because I have multiple things open at the same time. Before my email didn't open, there you go. So they will receive to an email a thing that says, please vote here. When they click through, let me know when you see it. You should see my screen. It says test ballot. This is the test ballot we used. And they will just see these options, not these options. They will see real options. We're not voting for favorite ice cream or best hat wearer. And once they select them, they put in their email so that we could see we will only be accepting 48 ballots. Since I am not a real voter, I can't see it because I'm looking at the back end. Once they make their selections, they'll see, thank you very much for your vote. The tellers will also be able to see the back end of these things. And on the back end, we'll be able to watch how the responses come in. It's loading responses. They'll see a pie chart, but when they click over, they'll actually see a spreadsheet with the number of votes and who voted for what. And then they'll be able to verify that on the back end, and just as they would leave the room normally, go away, verify it, and come back and say, okay, this is the winner of that item. And that's pretty much it. We'll be able, only the delegates will get it. So there won't be more than 48 votes. As you can see, only 44 people voted here on the training, but I kept resetting it. So I may have reset some of those. And that's it. Simple. And I will export the spreadsheet at the end so that it can be kept on file for as long as it needs to be kept on file before we delete everything.
And another thing I would like to express is because it's private, girlfriend Cherie and girlfriend Vivian, as well as the tellers and girlfriend Nina, just know that the votes have taken place. They know the numbers, but they don't know how girlfriend Adrian from Nashville voted. So that's very, very important. And it's a high integrity system that girlfriend Nina has trained us on.
And we won't become, on the test ballot, we put in emails. That was the way I can verify that everyone's email was correct. But we won't be collecting email addresses. So we'll know that the 48 people, we can tell maybe somebody didn't vote.
Right.
We can't tell whom, but we'll know when we get 48. And people will be given 5 minutes to vote. So I know some people may have to endure a CAPTCHA or whatever it is to verify, but 5 minutes is really a long time when you're sitting there waiting for a button to be clicked, because there's not that many items on the ballot. That's it.
Thank you. I'm not sure if there are any other questions, girlfriend Cherie, that has to be addressed.
Not in the chat. I do
Okay.
not see any. I see comments, and thank you for the comments.
Thank you. Thank you. And I know Michelle is still on the call with us. And so we're going to ask one more time if there are any other questions for Michelle from Invincibles. And if not, I'm going to ask her just to deactivate her stop video and just remind everyone about the date that they'll get the link for the open house and repeat the times again. Michelle?
I'm sorry.
That's okay. You're on mute. I'm sure.
I'm sorry. Again, you're asking me to repeat the times, correct?
Times for the open house and when they'll get the link for the open house.
Yes. So the open house will be on Tuesday, May 25th from 5 p.m. Eastern to 8 p.m. Eastern. This is not a moderated event. It just allows you to come into the platform. It will be open. You'll be able to log in and go to the various rooms. If you have an issue, you want to send us an email to support@invincibles.com. You will receive the link for that tomorrow, which is May 24th after 12 noon.
Thank you. Thank you. So with that in mind, the next person that I'm going to have up is our virtual conclave committee chair, girlfriend Courtney Moore from the California chapter. And as we were perusing that wonderful platform, I know that the eyes were going to the leaderboard and what do I need to know? And can I have 2 laptops and backup points? Well, those questions will be answered for you. And I would like for girlfriend Courtney to share with us an overview of the leaderboard and also our own exclusive event that's going to be held on Wednesday.
Thank you, President Margaret. Hello, girlfriends. I cannot tell you how excited I am that we are less than 7 days away. So we have so much in store for you. And first of all, let me do a shout out to my fabulous virtual conclave committee. If you do not know them, you will need to get to know them because this is what it's all about, is girlfriends working together. So I see popping on my screen, girlfriend Lynella, who is your technology chair, as well as the president of Trenton. Mary Macer, who is your national vice president and also from the Baltimore chapter. Marilyn Holmes, my girlfriend in crime from the California chapter. Valera Hodges from the Springfield chapter. Marcy Fisher Cannon from the Memphis chapter. Kimberly Powell Ritter from the Dallas chapter. And Francesca Messiah from the Buffalo chapter. And I also want to give a special shout out to Michelle Wilker from Invincibles and her team. I think that she thought this was going to be a sing-along process, and she has been nothing but patient and tolerant with us girlfriends. So a special shout out to her. Can I share my screen for a quick second? Is that possible, Lynella? Okay. I want to talk about this fabulous event that we're going to have as a precursor to Conclave, which is the great OWN event, the haves and the have-nots. This is a steamy, salacious, scandalous show, and we are going to have a front row seat to some of the cast members. This is only for us girlfriends, only for us. And they are so excited to have the opportunity to have this event with us and share with the girlfriends this wonderful program that has been around. I don't think I can share, Lynella, but
Yeah,
that's okay.
you should.
I should. Okay, let's see. Okay, it looks like it looks as though I'm disabled. But what I will do is I'll make sure that I send out again the flyer for the event, which is going to be 4:30 Pacific, 7:30 Eastern on Wednesday. You will have an opportunity to ask questions. You will have an opportunity to find out more programming. And we could not have done this without the fabulous Lauren Tuck, who is a girlfriend in the California chapter who works for OWN and is also the daughter of Miss Girlfriend Vivian Tuck, but she is fabulous and has made it possible that we can have this event. And we really see this as a possible ongoing relationship with the OWN network. So a lot of excitement around that.
Courtney, try to share your screen because I don't have it blocked.
Okay, let's see. No, it's like my share button is not working.
Huh.
Maybe it's on my end. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, so moving on, the leaderboard. If Michelle could go back into the leaderboard just one more time. What I will say, I'm giving you all the front up information on the leaderboard. The leaderboard is only going to be open for 24 hours. That means 11 a.m. Eastern time on Thursday, and it closes at 11 a.m. Friday. I know there have been some overzealous girlfriends out there. I'm going to name them off right now, that would be Linda Taylor, Cindy Carter, and Tanya Russell. I saw you all racking up points on the leaderboard, but we have erased them all. You have to start from the beginning like everyone else. So what I will say, if you're on the West Coast, you better get on that leaderboard at 8 a.m. If you're on the East Coast, 11 Eastern time on that Thursday. Invincibles has created a fabulous leaderboard, which is really the purpose of you being able to navigate all the aspects of the sites. And I know that Michelle gave a little preview of some of the icons, but I can tell you there's going to be more icons, and there are many ways to rack up points, which I'm not going to tell you. But what I will share is that the more places that you explore, the more opportunities you will have to rack up points. And we're not just racking up points to rack up points in pure girlfriend fashion. There is going to be a grand prize. And I must say it's a grand prize, girlfriends, for the #1 person who has the most points at 11 a.m. Eastern time on Friday. And that person's name will be announced by President Margaret towards the end of Conclave business meeting on Friday. So we will recognize you, we will celebrate you if you are that grand prize winner. And we know it's going to be very competitive, so we're also going to have a second place winner as well. And what I'll add to that is that we know that everyone has been working so hard to make this a successful virtual conclave. And as Michelle said, hopefully this is our last. So there are going to be many prize opportunities throughout the virtual platform and on Friday. So I am looking forward to seeing everyone on Thursday. I'm looking forward to watching how that leaderboard is going to move. And if you have any questions, you can certainly reach out to anyone on the virtual conclave committee. So thank you, President Margaret, for letting me share.
My pleasure, my pleasure. The Virtual Conclave Committee and I have been working since, well, really last summer, and started getting the ideas about the platform back in October, and it's been a nonstop effort. And as I am looking at all the things that we talked about, the feeling and the girlfriend experience that we want you to have, I am totally, totally in agreement that we are going to make sure you have that. I mean, the leaderboard is going to be so much fun. There are going to be a number of prizes. In addition to that, some additional e-card winners. You may recall earlier in the registration process, we had some winners who did a video, and they were selected as e-card winners. And then early on February 4th at 12 o'clock, we had 3 people who pressed the button at the same time. So we were only expecting 1 winner, but we received 3 winners. So that just let me know, and the Virtual Conclave Committee know, that our girlfriends are ready. We're ready to have a wonderful time and make this virtual conclave as close as possible of an in-person. And I don't think you're going to be at all let down. It's going to be fun. So with that in mind, I will ask girlfriend Cherie, are there any other questions from the chat?
I don't see any questions in the chat. I did see a question in the Q&A, and I think this was addressed, but it says, what does the vendors welcome session consist of? I think that was addressed.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, that was addressed by Michelle. Okay.
No other questions.
Okay, so again, this is recorded. This will be on the platform on Thursday. I strongly, 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 and let me do one more, strongly recommend that you do use the time on Tuesday, the 3 hours, to peruse the open house. And this way you can have your comfort zone. And because Thursday, if I'm not mistaken, girlfriend Courtney, the vendors will open at 11.
That is correct.
So
That is correct. You will be able to go into the exhibit hall and see them, but yes, that's correct.
okay. And that day, I think they're going to be open from 11 to 11, so 12 hours. So if you're not sure what you like, at 4:30, you go back again after DJ Peasy, it'll still be there, so you can purchase it. Okay, listen, thank you so much for carving out an hour and a half of your Sunday with us, and look out for the user manual that's going to be sent to each girlfriend's email ID that they used for conclave registration. And I'm just saying that because I know that's always a question. So you'll receive the email from Invincibles for the link for the open house. And then the open house is on Tuesday from 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 8 p.m. And just for the folks who are going to be playing around with the leaderboard at 8:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Invincibles is going to shut it down and delete everything that took place in the 3 months. So in the 3 hours. So you won't be going into Thursday with points. You'll be starting back from 0. So just so you know, and because I asked, I said, "Oh wow, can I start my leader points on Tuesday?" And I was told by Invincible everything is going to be deleted 5 minutes after 8 o'clock. Okay, thank you so much. Enjoy this beautiful Sunday afternoon. We had a wonderful, wonderful meeting, very informative, and we answered all the questions, so we're good to go. Thank you so very much, and enjoy the rest of your Sunday.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.